November of 2017 was a busy month for me. I was struggling to gain footing in a new job. My birthday was on the 15th, and then I got into my first ever car accident on the 16th while on my way to a company potluck.
With a crock pot full of pork adobo in the passenger seat.
Yes, that's true. My car smelled amazing, but the damage made it undrivable and created so much stress with the insurance claims, repairs, juggling our opposite work schedules with only one vehicle. When CJ told me that he was taking me out for a belated birthday celebration on November 18th, the possibility that it was more than just a nice dinner hadn't even occurred to me.
That's not entirely true, actually. I had told her that there was a special surprise, and despite her badgering me relentlessly for details,
I hate surprises.
I had planned every detail perfectly without giving anything away. I even arranged for her best friend and hair goddess to do her hair a few hours before dinner so that she would look and feel perfect. And I have it on good authority that you were suspicious about the surprise.
Okay, I was, but only after you said you'd told everyone at work about it. I was going through a list of possibilities while Kristen was doing my hair, and the word proposal just sort of popped out. But then, if you can believe it, my very best girlfriend in the whole world lied to my face. She didn't actually say anything verbally, but she made this "that's not it" face and shook her head in such a convincing way that I totally put the idea out of my mind and went on trying to figure out what the surprise could be.
It wasn't just Kristen that kept a secret from her. I'd taken a picture of the ring earlier that day and sent it to practically everyone in our mutual families.
No one said a word.
She was trying to guess at where we were going during the entire drive, and every time she would be sure of a restaurant until we drove past it, she would accuse me of circling the block to throw her off. When we ended up at the Bellagio, she was clueless because, and I didn't know this before that night, she'd never actually been inside the Bellagio before.
It's a posh hotel, way out of any price range I've ever been in. I doubt, under normal circumstances, that I'd even be able to afford a bottle of water there. When we arrived at the Picasso restaurant, the hostess led us out onto one of the balconies on the edge of the water where the hotel has their big fountain shows. We had the very best table on the entire balcony, front and center, right on the railing, with both of our seats facing the water. And beyond that, a gorgeous view of the Paris Hotel with the glittering Eiffel Tower. I'd lived in Vegas for nearly 10 years, and I'd never before seen it from that perspective.
It really was perfect. I'd done some research online while trying to find the perfect venue, and the menu had looked the most promising, but I had no idea just how amazing the view was going to be. The service was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before as well, and the food was absolutely fantastic.
We were both so awestruck during the meal that we hardly spoke.
I think my silence was probably more due to how nervous I was, actually.
The evening was already perfect, and then during a gorgeous duet by Sarah Brightman and Andrea Bocelli, as the fountains were exploding before us, he stood up.
Apparently, the couple at the table behind ours had guessed that something special might happen because the wife had taken out her camera phone and had it waiting at the ready. As soon as I got down on one knee, she started snapping pictures.
How lucky was that?
Right?
It was the most perfect moment of my entire life and remains so to this day. I started to cry as soon as I realized what he was doing. I'd known from the very earliest days of our friendship that you were perfect for me, and I wanted to spend forever with you.
And I'd known from those earliest days that you were my soulmate and I wanted to spend forever with you too.
I love you.
And I love you.